Okay, welcome back. Upon returning from her extensive sample collection mission, Valentine was notified that Berlin Kerman has been trapped in low orbit, presumably through the same means that Meg Shell was. So, since she was still flight ready, she went ahead and hopped in the spare K4 rendezvous variant that we had sitting in the hangar. We're launching a bit earlier than we did for Meg Shell's mission, so hopefully we will get lined up better and not have to dilly-dally and faff around in orbit as much as we did in that last one. Presumably, this rocket will work just as well the second time. Yeah, that sample collection mission got kind of hairy because pretty much all of the locations were in kind of mountainous areas. Luckily, the plane, whatever it's K2, I guess, has a quite a low stall speed, so I was able to do some pretty short takeoffs and landings. A lot of it I ended up doing just rolling between locations because most of them were pretty close together. Okay. Now we can actually lock onto her, and I'll get to, once we're in orbit, I'll get to show off some of the neat features related to that. For now, though, we just need to worry about getting into space. Okay, so it's still a flat orbit, which is always good. Get her apparatus up. I think hers is a bit more circular than Meg Shell's was, which is good and bad. Okay, so I want to get our apoapsis up to about there. My prograde, and just wait it out. If I was super pro, we would time it so that she would hit right where our apoapsis is, so then we can just do a circularization burn, like right next to her, and then catch it. But as it is, we're fine. Oh, we ran out of fuel, didn't we? Okay. So that, okay, so yeah, that'll re-enter. Nice shallow angle, that's good. Pull this up to like 80. Well, actually, we need to start burning horizontally, is what we need to be doing. Because we are not yet in orbit. This is still suborbital. So I get started on that. Might have, definitely should have started that earlier, kind of forgot, but it looks like we're fine. Just cut it close. Yeah, okay, we're good. Just gonna wait for this to pop up. Good enough. Okay, so now that's falling back down. So I just want to warp back up to apoapsis. Maybe pointing prograde. Okay. Push this out a bit more. Because we want the whole of our orbit to be above hers. So now she will just be catching up to us slowly. And okay, so her apoapsis is over there, periapsis down here. So I want to burn. I think I want to burn radially, which will. Oh god, I forgot to put a solar panel on this again, which was the problem with the last version of this rocket, if you remember. So okay, so yeah, I want to burn radially to move our apoapsis over to where hers is, and bring our periapsis around to hers, since we are conveniently at about 90 degrees shifted, which is the time to do this, more or less. And actually we're getting a bit too high, so okay, now, okay, so you'll notice if we look down here, we have, actually we're a bit inclined the wrong way. Okay, so we have these intersection markers, these red ones, and that'll show us, so we have, this is where we will be, and this is where the target will be. So now the way to get these to match up is by messing around with the maneuver notes. And it actually looks like I've got this pretty close already. So if I go over here and set a maneuver, a trick you can do is you can set these multiple orbits in the future, and what that also does is it'll show your intersection in the future, so you can click and see if we wait long enough, then we'll have a separation of only 24 kilometers, which is pretty good. But we might be able to tweak that by doing stuff over here. See, now it's down to like 21. And basically it's just like, just try different directions until something happens. It's a lot of trial and error until you figure out like exactly what does what, which frankly I haven't really figured out yet. No, that's the wrong way. And actually, need to somewhere we could do a plane change maneuver, but that's good enough. Like that'll cut it. So now we just have to wait this long, and we're good. And I should turn off SAS so we don't waste any more of our power. Okay. Yeah. So now. Oh yeah, we do actually have a heat shield on this one. That's good. So yeah, now it's just we wait. Can we see Meg Shell yet? No. Yeah, it's just a matter of time warping. And while we're doing that, I will lock back on to us. And yeah, now it's just taking the sights. Hopefully in the next episode we'll actually do that Mooner stuff I'd talked about. Get a couple more satellite missions, which they're pretty similar to what we'd already done. The Polar one, there's one out near lunar orbit. So what I'm probably going to do, if we keep getting these satellite contracts, is I'll keep doing them, but since they're such simple satellites, be really I'll just I'm probably just going to deorbit the old ones as we go. Huh, so destroyed. Some random stuff got torn off of the stages. But yeah. Oh, actually, I can do this one now. I got another one of these dinky little get science from space around Kerbin. Kerbin. We'll just do a crew report. Hey, we've got science from space around Kerbin, and then once we land, hopefully that'll count. Otherwise, I'll transmit off of one of the satellites. But I should still be time warping. See, once we come around, I guess on this next orbit, or maybe one more orbit, I guess. Then we will be good to go. It looks like I de-locked her. Yeah, okay. So she is back there. 90 something kilometers away. At this point in the orbit, we're actually dipping down below hers a little bit, so she is starting to get away from us, but I will trust the maneuver node, which we need to get ready to point at, because we do actually have to do an engine burn here. No, that's the target. Okay, this way. Blue one. Blue is maneuver nodes. Okay. So, once we get Valentina leveled up enough, she can actually point at these manually, which is very useful. Fortunately, we don't have that quite yet, but we will manage. Okay, so you just gotta sneak up onto this, and it should be a pretty short burn, and the timing isn't super important. I mean, it is, but if we're off a second or two, that's fine. Because since engines don't burn instantly, you have to kind of bracket it around it. If you have a 10-second burn time, you should start 5 seconds before, and 5 seconds afterwards, you know? But we don't need to worry about that. Okay, and oh, we actually missed it because I wasn't paying attention. So should probably do that. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so now our actual encounter will be 5.9 kilometer separation. That is dandy. And actually, oh nice, we actually, by coincidence, timed it at our ascending or descending node, so we will be in the same plane more or less as her. That's good. So now we wait for her to catch up all the way, which theoretically she will be doing. Yeah, I can go faster than this. Okay. Now at this point, you'll see the nav ball is switched to target mode, and that means it is now showing our relative velocity, not our orbital velocity. So relative to Berlin, we are moving that direction. And this is a very, very handy tool. Actually, I should start using our monopropellant, because this is basically why we have it. So you can just point directly at her, and actually we have a bit of time left until the actual encounter, so I should wait. Got just a few minutes left on the episode, so I'll probably just sort out the encounter and then cut it from there. Okay, so we are now basically in line with her. So if we point at her, we want to move our velocity vector just on to this dot, which we can do by burning laterally, and this will just literally just move it in the direction that we're burning. Ideally, or another way to do it without the RCS is you just burn retrograde and then kind of just fiddle around with it until it's where you want it. And we want to get moving towards her a little, because we want to increase our closure velocity. And since we're at such a low orbit, we're getting a lot of weird skewing just from the rotation. But we can now go out and look at our orbit and see that yeah, they're pretty similar, but they're not the same yet because we're so far from her. I don't think I've ever seen this much weirdness in it, you know. This is weird. Alright, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna up our approach velocity to 20, because one, we have a lot of monopropellant, and two, this is really annoying. And we're almost out of time. Oh, jeez. Okay. So, just get a bit closer. Good. Keep coming this way. Velocity back up. I gotta say, like, even as annoying as you can tell that this is, this would definitely be the smoothest rendezvous that I have ever done. Mainly because, like, it's been a while since I've done one, and I've seen a lot of Scott Manley's vastly more successful rendezvous, and learned quite a bit from him. Oh, jeez. Yeah, physics acceleration, while it is very useful, it leads to that weird jumping that you're seeing. I don't know what's causing that, but it's really freaky. Alright. So, a little bit closer. Okay. And that is time, but no point stopping now. Let's just go ahead and get Berlin on board before we end this. Okay, so now that we are approaching, we want to go retrograde a bit to slow our approach so that we don't hit her, because that would be embarrassing. Still haven't docked anything though, that's where you have to be a bit more careful. Okay. Might actually be okay. So we're in visual range, more or less. Bringing in a 5 meters per second. Just accelerate through the rest of this. I'm still amazed that the last rendezvous we did was so smooth. I'm not sure why the target on the navigable is being so weird. Okay, so now, oh, that's why, because we're actually under here. I totally lost my depth perception there. Okay, so now, just cancel out our velocity a bit. Perfect. Okay, and now we can snag Berlin. Hello. Okay, get out of there. And again, I'm probably gonna try and push this out of orbit just because it's cool. Get some lights on this. Okay. Just a hop, skip, and a jump over to here. Ladder's on the other side, isn't it? Oh well. Board. No. Okay. Oops. Good grab. Board. Okay. Sweet. I doubt it'll show the re-entry because it'll just be slow. But yeah, we have now saved Berlin. It looks like she's an engineer because the kerbal engineer window has popped up. So that's cool. And with that, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.